So now starting with the physiological changes during pregnancy. The first is the blood. What are the changes occurred in the blood during the pregnancy? First change will occur into the blood is the increase in the volume of the blood is about 20%. Due to increase of volume, there is a hemodilution. Why it is occurring hemodilution? Because the overall blood volume is rise due to the increase into the plasma volume, not into the blood cells volume. Overall plasma is increased. That's why the blood volume is increased. So it will cause the hemodilution and decrease the blood cell count. So due to the hemodilution, there is anemia into the mother. Second, the reason for developing of anemia into the mother is due to the increased demand of iron by the fetus for the fetal hemoglobin or fetal growth. Okay. Then second change occur into the CVS system. So into the CVS system, there is increase into the cardiac output, which is almost by 30%, and that occur into the only the first trimester. After the first trimester is completed, the cardiac output will be reached to the normal. In blood pressure, arterial blood pressure will be decreased into the second trimester. There is no change into the first trimester. There is eclampsia and preeclampsia condition occur during the pregnancy. What is preeclampsia? That is the hypertension. That is hypertension caused during pregnancy. And eclampsia, that is the contractive convulsions, muscular convulsions during delivery, just before delivery or after the delivery, due to the severe hypertension to the mother. Okay. Then respiratory system. What are changes occur into the respiratory system? The respiratory system will be activity of the respiratory system will be increased overall. Why? Because there is increased oxygen demand during the pregnancy. The oxygen demand will be high during the total pregnancy due to the increased metabolic rate, due to the increased oxidation. So oxygen demand is increased. So overall tidal volume, pulmonary ventilation is also increased and oxygen utilization is also increased. So to fulfill the demand of the oxygen, the respiratory system will active more. The activity of the respiratory system will be increased overall. Okay. Then fourth is the excretory system. Into the excretory system, the renal blood flow will be increased. That's why the total glomerular filtration rate will be increased, which will cause the increased urine formation. And due to the increased urine formation, there is increase into the frequency of the micturition. Then fifth is the digestive system. What are changes occur into the digestive system? Digestive system will uh, there is many changes occur into the digestive system. Very first change is the morning sickness. Due to some hormonal changes and hormonal imbalance, there is the morning sickness. That is nausea, vomiting, uneasiness, giddiness, tiredness. These are all due to the hormonal imbalance. Then second change occur into the digestive system is the indigestion and hyperchlorhydria. What is hyperchlorhydria? Means acidity. So indigestion and acidity occur during the whole pregnancy. This is the very common during the pregnancy. Why the indigestion and acidity will occur? So due to the estrogen of the progesterone, effect of the progesterone, estrogen and progesterone will be released from the corpus luteum, right? So progesterone effect due to the effect of the progesterone, the whole alimentary canal, activity of the whole alimentary canal will be decreased. The peristaltic movement will be decreased. So it will cause the constipation and it will cause the acidity also. So progesterone will slow down the activity of the intestine and that will cause the constipation. So constipation, indigestion, gas, acidity, these are the commonest symptoms during the pregnancy. Okay. Now the next is the endocrine system. What are the changes occur into the endocrine system? So very first in the anterior pituitary, there is increase of anterior pituitary. Size of anterior pituitary will be slightly increased and increase into the secretions of the anterior pituitary. So 50% of secretions are increased. That is the corticotropin, that is thyrotropin, and the prolactin. They are releasing by 50% more. Okay. Then LH and FSH are decreased due to the effect of the progesterone and estrogen. Then adrenaline cortex. What changes occur into the adrenaline cortex? That is increased cortisol secretion from the adrenal cortex, which cause the mobilization of the amino acids from the mother's tissue to the fetus. Then increased secretion of the aldosterone. So aldosterone, what will it cause? That it will cause the sodium and water retention into the mother's body, right? Sodium and water retention causes into the renal tubules and sodium water reabsorption increase into the renal tubules and then it will cause the sodium water retention into the body. So sodium water retention into the body will increase so that it will lead to the edema. So pitting edema is common in the pregnancy. This is common during last trimester of the pregnancy. Okay. Then third one is the thyroid gland. In the thyroid gland, what changes occur? The size of the thyroid gland will be increased. So the secretion of the thyroid gland will also increase. So due to the increased secretion of the thyroid glands, there is the increase into the BMR. Basal metabolic rate will be increased greatly. So increased secretion of the thyroid gland, which will help in the preparation of the mammary gland for the lactation. Then parathyroid gland. What changes occur into the parathyroid gland? Here also the size and secretion of the parathyroid gland is increased. So it will help in maintaining the calcium level into the mother's body normal. Okay. Due to the high demand of the calcium into the fetus, there is increased demand of the calcium or calcium metabolism. So, which is maintained by the parathyroid gland or parathormone. Okay. Then next is the seventh system is the nervous system. So, what are the changes occur into the nervous system? There is general excitement into the nervous system during the pregnancy. Generally, during the pregnancy, there are many imbalance, hormonal imbalance occur, and also there is psychological imbalance occur. So, due to some psychological imbalances, there is mood swings occur into the mother. There is there may be excitement, severe excitement. There may be sometimes there is severe depression. These changes occur during the early stages of the pregnancy, means first trimester. Almost during the first trimester, these changes markedly found. Then anticipatory anxiety and excitement of the delivery, which will cause the which will occur during the last month of the pregnancy. Okay. So now next is the gestation period. What is gestation period? The gestation period is referred the period of the whole pregnancy. What is the period of the whole pregnancy? That is the 28 days or 40 weeks from the last menstrual period or date of the last menstrual period. Okay. So whole period of the pregnancy will call as the gestation period. Okay. The pregnancy before 28 weeks, if it is ended before 28 weeks, the pregnancy will be ended or delivery occurred, then it is called as miscarriage. So before 28 weeks, the fetus will not survive. Before 28 weeks, if the delivery occurs, the fetus will not survive easily. Okay, so it is called a miscarriage. And pregnancy ends before 28 weeks to 37 weeks, in between 28 weeks to 37 weeks. That is called as preterm labor or premature labor or premature delivery, right? So here there are chances of surviving of the fetus and there may not. After 38 weeks of pregnancy, if the delivery occurs, that is called the normal delivery. Means normal labor start. Okay.